What's up guys, and welcome back to Supercars of Westchester. Today I got another Z06 rendering video for you, and this one I think is the best yet. This rendering comes from an Instagram account by the name of Sergey Poltavskiy. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I'll leave the link to his Instagram down below. I encourage you guys to check it out and give him a follow. The renderings that he does are fantastic by using primarily a combination of 3D Studio Max, V-Ray, and Corona. The way he utilizes the lighting and shading on these renderings in these environments give it a very real and natural feel to them. So far, I think this is the best render of what the Z06 or ZR1 can possibly look like. We will go over different angles of this car and talk about each component. The first one being the most obvious in my opinion, which is the huge spoiler in the back. This spoiler is unlike all the others we have seen in that it is not the typical raised bracket spoiler where you have two large brackets coming off the trunk and then the carbon fiber wing on top. Instead, this has more of a Pagani Huayra feel to it, and I like that a lot. This design still complements the features of the C8 very well, while setting it apart from the other supercars in its class. And the fact that the side pieces coming off the rear end are painted to match the color of the car changes the whole look of the back end when you look at it from the side, which I think is really cool. It completely changes the overall shape of the car. The next element is the roof scoop. It's not too over the top, it's very subtle while still being very functional. In this design, it seems to incorporate the rear-facing camera for the rear view mirror as well. You can see it pretty clearly here from some of these aerial shots, and the lighter colors like the white really make it stand out. Overall, I like the wide body design a lot. I think it's really cool, and the way this design incorporates the rear brake duct just below the side blades is a really nice touch. This comes very close to tying it in with the previous C7 model Z06. The carbon fiber arrow on this car is so cool looking, especially around the rear end of the car. It is very aggressive looking and really sets it apart from the Stingray model. As for the carbon side skirts, these look very similar to the ones being offered on the Stingray model, but it's still very cool to see with the other added features. Another thing to notice here is the wheel design, and the fact that the car is lowered. This gives us an idea of what the aftermarket C8 scene could be looking like in the near future. Also, these goldish bronze wheels seem to work very well in almost every color. It's cool to see different styles of wheels on the C8 because I'm not a big fan of any of the factory options so far. Coming to the front of the car, it's a lot more aggressive than the standard C8. The front splitter has a 2019 ZR1 inspired look to it, and the addition of the carbon fiber canards are a very nice touch. Just those two additions completely change the look of the front end of this car. The hood here is a tough one. I'm not so sure I like it, although the design elements on this particular car are very aggressive, and I feel like it needs a little something more in terms of the ventilation on top of the hood, but that's just my opinion. It's not a bad design, and I can't really say anything bad about it because I really do like the overall look of the car as a whole. This is by far my favorite C8 render so far, and it's exciting to see more and more pop up as we get closer to production. And of course, as more C8 Z06 info is released, I'm sure we will see many more Z06 design renders as well. Let me know what you guys think of this design in the comments down below, and if there's anything you would change or add to it. As always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification, and I'll see you guys in the next one.